If you're a woman over 50 who's tried losing weight before and you feel well for a few days, maybe even a few weeks, and then life gets busy, motivation fades and old habits tend to creep back in, and before you know it, you're back to where you started. And if that sounds familiar, you really are not alone. So in this video, I'm going to share with you a simple 6-step plan on how to lose weight after 50. And it's a plan that I share with my clients like Gaynor, who was able to lose 85 pounds and completely transform the way she looked, felt and moved. I'm going to be sharing that in this video. Now, you might be thinking to yourself right now, I already know what I need to do in terms of weight loss. Eat healthy, exercise better, get more sleep, blah, blah, blah. In fact, most women that I speak to know far more than they give themselves credit for. And you're probably no different. The problem usually isn't a lack of information. The problem is a lack of implementation. The weeks, the months, the years go by, your clothes sizes keep going up, your confidence dips, and you may even find yourself withdrawing from social events like events with the family, friends and work colleagues. And you also hear that familiar voice in your head saying things like, I just need quiet time where I can actually focus properly and give this my full attention. The problem is that quiet time never actually comes, and the time keeps moving on, and before you know it, nothing's changed and things have actually got worse. So now is the time to do something about it. And this is exactly where most of my clients were before they started working with me. They actually thought, enough is enough. Now is the time to do something about it. Now, just in case we haven't met before, my name is Eric Simpson. I'm a former Army physical training instructor turned weight loss coach. And for over 15 years now, I've been helping busy professional women over the age of 40 lose 85 pounds plus. And these are women with a history of trying countless diets to lose weight, sometimes spanning decades. And now, before I share these 6 steps with you, something that's important for you to understand, and this really is important, you don't need to keep searching for new information, because the 6 steps I'm about to share with you will help you to use what you already know. And using what you already know consistently is the fastest way to create momentum and to kickstart your weight loss. So let's get started with foundation step number 1, or step number 1 in the plan. And step number 1 is your weight loss environment. Now, there are 2 parts to this. There's internal and there's external. Today I'm only going to talk about the internal environment. This is about the conversation you're having inside your own head about losing weight. For example, I'll start on Monday. What you need to do is challenge that conversation with an alternative one. For example, I'll start today. Just that one challenge can start to change I'll start on Monday conversation habit. Now, imagine if you start to challenge other negative weight loss conversations you're having in your head throughout the course of the day. Imagine the impact that would have on your weight loss if you could stack those up and eliminate that negative self-talk as much as possible. Step number 2 is goals. Now, before you start to roll your eyes and think, not goal setting again, just stay with me for a second. I'm going to assume you know how much weight you'd like to lose. It could be 30, 50, 85 pounds plus, whatever it is. Here's the goal I want you to focus on each day, not the outcome goal. Instead, I want you to focus on the doing things goals. That will lead to you achieving your weight loss goal. That could be a combination of, following a healthy eating plan, going for a walk, or getting a good night's sleep. That's your actual doing goals. And you want to be doing that Monday through to Sunday. And this is going to help you on a day-to-day basis move closer towards achieving your goal. Step number 3 is your nutrition. Now, before you start thinking you need to cut out all your favorite foods, you don't. What I want you to do first of all is focus on your protein. Why? Because protein helps you to feel fuller longer. And when you feel less hungry, it's easier to stick to a healthy eating plan and make better food choices. So before worrying about calories, carbs and the latest diet trend, simply ask yourself, where is my protein coming from today? And I would recommend you start your meals, the first meal of the day, with about 30 to 50 grams in that meal. And if you'd like some help with putting together a healthy eating plan, click the link below this video and you can do my free personal weight loss assessment. It'll give you a plan. It'll give you some healthy eating options as well that include high protein. Step number 4 is learning how to eat healthy in your world, not the perfect world. So start by imagining the most difficult day to eat on and the most difficult meal. Let's say that's lunchtime. If you had to plan for that, what would you prepare? Where would you buy it from? Because when you have this level of preparation, those difficult days have less of a chance of actually derailing you. Remember, weight loss success isn't about being perfect. It's about having or being prepared for those difficult days, because the more prepared you are, the more likely it is you're going to stick to your plan. Step number 5 is exercise. Yes, you could go to the gym. Yes, you could do a 10-minute workout from home. And yes, you could walk 10,000 steps, but you're probably not in a place where you're ready to do that just yet. So just decide to walk, and you decide when. That could be first thing in the morning. It could be lunchtime. It could be when you get home from work. It doesn't really matter when. You just need to begin. The key is to start and to do it consistently. And after you become consistent, you can then start to add in new things once you create that habit. Remember, you don't need to be perfect with an exercise plan. You just need to get moving. And then the final step, step number 6, is review and adjust before the end of the day. Take a look back at what you've stuck to, make any necessary changes for the next day, and go to bed with a plan inside your head ready for tomorrow. And if tomorrow doesn't go according to plan, simply adjust it and go again. That's all you need to do. And if you want brownie points, you can write down what your plans are for tomorrow. Now, so what would I suggest you do today? Well, I'd suggest today what you do is you don't try and do all of these 6 steps at once. Pick just one and make it the one that's going to make the biggest difference to you, and do it today, not next Monday, not when things quiet down. Actually start it today, because those small actions done repeatedly tend to give you the biggest results, not the ones that you do occasionally. Now, let's be honest with each other right now. Right now, you're probably thinking to yourself, yeah, my goal weight feels like a long way away, and the perceived effort and sacrifice seems to be too severe. You know intellectually it's worth doing those 6 steps to lose the weight, but emotionally, it just sounds like it's too much. So, rather than asking the big questions like, is it worth it? Can I do this? How long will it take? Break it down and ask yourself something like, can I be a little bit healthier today? And then decide which of the steps you're going to take and build from there. Don't try and do too much at once, otherwise you will overwhelm yourself. Remember, you can't lose 30 or 50 pounds today, but you can be just a little bit healthier today. Now, if you'd like some help with this, click the link below, do my free personal weight loss assessment. That will help to kickstart you in terms of your weight loss journey. And if you'd like even more help than that, you'd like to have a conversation with me, click the other link in the description and book in for a free consultation with me, where we can speak about your weight loss goals, and I can find out a little bit more about you, and we can decide whether or not what I have to offer may well work for you. And if it does, we can then come up with a plan as to how we can help you start to achieve the goals that you want to achieve in terms of your weight loss and your health and well-being.